night to night, we're up all night. We're up all night. We're up all night. Up all night.
Hey, aren't I supposed to be in this interview too?
Yes, you are.
Gee whiz.
Please join us.
Can I have a seat here? Ooh.
Is that mine?
That's not. Yes. So we have to wear this part of the rider. There we go.
Fair enough.
Good to see
Well, it is great to have both of you here. Together, you wrote all of the music on both album 1 and album 2.
That's right.
That you produced. So we have Stephen Riley again, who is one of our composers, our pianist, and our vocalist. And then we have the man himself, Ric Mysterie.
Right.
How did all of this start?
What had happened is Stephen and I had known each other for a number of years, but not anything to do with music. And I had a bunch of songs in my head that I've been carrying in my head for years.
That you wrote.
That I wrote.
Right.
Written.
Righted.
Right. So we ended up getting together, and this is where it was Steve, help me get these songs out of my head. I'm going crazy.
Originally, all you wanted was to get them out of your head and copyright them. Mm-hmm. You came to my house. I was actually living with my parents at the time because I had just graduated school. And you said, first you said, I got a job for you. I figured it was going to be something that you do outside of music. I had no idea you had any musical talent at all at that time.
I think that's still in question. But that's it.
No, sir, because I wouldn't still be here if you were untalented.
I think.
So you came over, and I was expecting kind of a job interview, and you pulled out. I can't remember if it was vodka or scotch or both. But it was like 11 o'clock in the morning, and you said, "I got all these songs in my head, and I need your help to get them out." And I said, "Okay, all right, let's see what you got." And they were really good.
My head is about to explode. I think I said to him, yeah.
Something like that. How it started was you just wanted to copyright them, so we just recorded just vocals to a scratch track.
Yeah.
That was it.
That was pretty much
and
it.
I listened to the song and I said...
And he's using those scratch vocals to this day as blackmail.
Yeah, I still have
Absolutely.
all of them.
Yeah.
They're real bad.
Pretty bad.
Are they?
Well, it was
the
Do
beginning
tell,
of
do tell.
So it's the beginning of a process, and we really pretty much have the formula down now. Because when I originally came in, it's like I have this idea for a band. I have this idea for a sound.
It was
a new
unpolished.
sound.
All it was an idea.
Mm-hmm. And so Ace here is as much of a progenitor of the Ric Mysterie sound as anyone else, and it was a bit of a trial and error at first, and finally was, by George, that's it.
Yeah.
And now we just get to the saying, hey, let's do another Ric Mysterie tune, and
Yeah.
we all know, from the start.
We know
how
what
it's supposed to
instruments
sound.
we're going to use. We know how we want it to sound, and really how it goes is Rick writes the lyrics and melody, and he records it to a track, and often he'll have ideas. I want the drums to sound like this. I want the horns to do this at this part.
Interesting, yeah.
And I fill in everything else.
The most frequent comment from Ace is, slow it down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Slow it down.
Absolutely.
And when it does, you get the words. You get to really chew on the words and the lyrics and really let the whole song sink in. Mm-hmm. And I believe that I have this creative inspiration and just want to get it out as fast as possible. And I think that's where really a lot of that chemistry comes into play.
Then we got the band. Where we know what what all of our different musicians are capable of and what is going to sound good on their horns.
Right. The band is the true sanity check for everything that we
absolutely.
write.
Yeah.
Right.
And we may think, when we're all said and done, that it is just the greatest thing on the face of this earth. And we get in front of the band and they go, this stuff is just not going to work.
Yeah. So then we
too
rewrite
complicated,
Right.
too
Yeah.
whatever,
Sure.
right? And they do a great job of being able to help refine that sound. And they are just masterful musicians.
Oh,
and,
unbelievable.
and it has
They play
gotten to
with
the
some
point
really
where
killer guys.
Yeah.
And there are
agree.
parts when we were doing these songs where it's like, okay, well, this is where Don Harris is going to do that.
Yeah.
And whatever
absolutely,
Don
yeah.
does, he's going to do it.
But when we started, it was like maybe a trumpet solo here. But now it's like, oh, get Don or Sal blowing on that right here. That's what I want.
Yeah.
And we know exactly how it's going to sound, and we know that they're going to kill it. So it's not only between us, it's the full cohesion of all the musicians that we work
Right.
with.
Rick, can you tell us?
I think that's copyrighted.
Rick, can you tell us more about some of the life experiences that influenced the songs that you wrote, and even maybe some of your musical inspirations? What were the foundation for some of these songs that we all love?
I think every single song is a piece of the person who writes it, and echoes to some type of their part of their background. It also kind of tugs on, I think, the good songs are ones that everyone can relate to in some way, shape, or form. But they're all about, the loves of your life, the trials and tribulations of your life. My favorite songs are about the women in my life. And I think that's just been, women or an inspiration. They're either an inspiration in Evil in Her Eyes, or they're an inspiration in something like Carol Ann or Let's Go for a Ride.
Right.
One or the other, right?
One or the other.
The good and the bad.
The good and the bad. But I think it all ends up, the journey through life that everyone has, and how you express it. And we just happen to have the ability and the privilege to be able to express it through music.
You fall in love, it's so easy, they say. Happily ever after, fairy tale way. But then you find you have a different story. No matter how you try, love slips away. Love is hard, don't you know it? Don't know how to hide it, don't know when to show it. Love is hard, don't you know it? I can make it easy, just let me show you how. Love is fun, sunshine and play. It's full of tenderness, heavenly made. But there's your heart, torn apart and undone. In tears you can't believe you feel this way. Love is hard, don't you know it? Don't know how to hide it, don't know when to show it. Love is hard, don't you know it? I can make it easy, just let me show you how. I see you are upset. You don't want more rejection. You don't want more regret. Don't be so unbelieving. Take some time to see.
could find that certain someone. Maybe, just me.